first of all say good evening everyone, and again also for our apologies that we have not started this press conference on time. Please accept our apologies. Whatever we're doing, we're also doing it for the beautiful game. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you, Mr. President, the President of the Confederation of African Football, our own brother from South Africa. Uganda and South Africa, we have a lot of things in common, but also most importantly, the owner of Mamelodi Sundowns, the club where our own Denso Nyango has made home for a number of years, with heroic performances at the club and also for country, that culminated in him being named the 2016 Player of the Year by CAF. So when we have the President of CAF, we don't only have him as in his capacity as the President of CAF, but as a brother and also the employer of our own son. I took the responsibility as the President of FUFA and extended the invitation to the President of CAF, and he has been kind enough in his very tight busy schedule to say he will come by Uganda. It's not very many occasions that we have the CAF President amidst us, and we are very, very proud and honored that you're here with us. According to the program we have, we will also have an opportunity to meet the Speaker of the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda tomorrow, and also the President of the Republic of Uganda. And that gives us an opportunity as football to speak to the authorities in this country. We are all aware that football needs a lot of support from government in terms of legislation. As you all know, our sports law is really outdated. So when we have the CAF President here, and he plays the same drum that we are playing, then we believe that the authorities will definitely respond. Same thing with funding. We are grateful that government has added a lot of funding to us, but football is a bottomless pit, and definitely there are more resources required in terms of infrastructure. As you're all aware, the state of infrastructure in this country needs a lot of support. But we also know that our own president is a successful entrepreneur on the African continent, understands how the private sector plays. We thought it was very important for him to be here, and in some of the engagements we have talked to the private sector, so that much as they have been making investment, but probably could invest more into Ugandan football, and this helps us all. So without wasting a lot of time, I want to take the opportunity to invite Dr. Patrice Mostepe, who is the President of CAF, amidst us, to address us, and also to express what is that CAF and what does he bring for African football. President.
Thank you so much. I think there's a gentleman who it's on.
Thank you. Thank you. Just thank you. Thank you. Brief remarks on my side. Let me start by thanking my brother, the President of FUFA, for the excellent work he's doing, his leadership, some of the initiatives and the outstanding work that Ugandan football has been doing. I've seen some of that on the field of play, but I was very proud to be shown the infrastructure, FUFA TV, FUFA radio, very good premises, and it's part of this reflection that good progress and huge success has been made under his leadership outside the field of play, and that stable, visionary leadership has found expression in the performance of the national team. And a few days ago we saw the women's team from Uganda play, and I just want to express my confidence that President, under your leadership and with your Vice President and Edgar and the team, I'm confident that Ugandan football will continue to grow. The commitment to development amongst the youth, both boys and girls, and the good progress has been made at the national team. Ugandan football has produced some of the best football players on the continent. There were the discussion about Dennis Onyango. He's a hero in South Africa, and he was actually voted in 2016 not just as the top football player in Africa, but one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And we know that where Dennis Onyango comes from, and where some of the outstanding football players who are part of the Cranes and who are part of Ugandan football, there's many, many more. And we are committed as CAF to support, to make a contribution, because at the end of the day, financial resources and financial support is crucial. Uganda is competing, and Ugandan's football is competing against football clubs and football nations that have got significantly more financial resources than we have in Uganda. And that's why I also want to thank President Museveni and the government for their support, their encouragement, and their contribution. I was shown the numbers, and it makes me very proud. And when we meet tomorrow, I will express my gratitude from the continent, from Africa, but also on behalf of my brother, Moses MAGOGO, and Ugandan football, and continue to request the president to continue with his excellent support, and because that support is deeply appreciated. And with the challenges we confront going forward in this country, we thank him for his support and ask him and the government to continue making these contributions and growing their support over the years. 2 quick points. The other is to express my gratitude to the president of Tanzania, who's also the president of CAF. And I must say, what makes me proud is, in all the meetings I've had at CAF, I just look at the brotherhood, the partnership, the bond that exists between President MAGOGO and President of Tanzania, Wallace. And this is a reflection of what Africa is all about. We believe and are committed to excellence, world-class football growth in Uganda, in Tanzania, in CAF, and in Africa. But we also emphasize that you cannot separate development and growth in football from development and growth of the economies and the unity amongst African countries, increasing trade amongst African countries, and the greater unity in football, supporting football, as well as the greater unity in the continent, in economic ties, in socio-economic development, and also to improve the living conditions of all of our people. So I was yesterday with the president of Ethiopia. Tomorrow we're looking forward to our head of state and the various meetings we'll be having with President Museveni, and we'll be meeting some of the people in the private sector. We do business in 40 countries in Africa, the businesses that we are associated with as a family, and we've got investments in Europe, in America, in India, in China, and one of the most important things is to give this message to the private sector in Uganda, that we want them to continue growing and succeeding. And one of the best partnerships they can build, and one of the best investments they can undertake, is to sponsor football and football development, both for the youth, for boys and girls. The federation under President MAGOGO's leadership, and football overall. It makes good business sense to be part of the aspirations and the dreams of the people of Uganda. So just my gratitude to the President of Tanzania and President of CAF for his support for Ugandan football, and just for this bond that has existed, and a reflection of what African unity is all about. So those are the few remarks I wanted to make, and we'll be guided. I'm told that we'll take a few questions. On Saturday, I won't be in Algeria. Tomorrow I'll be in Seychelles for a meeting with the head of state of Seychelles and support football in Seychelles. And then Saturday night I'll be in Algeria. We're having a meeting on Sunday with the head of state of Algeria and the Prime Minister and the leadership of football, to also encourage them to grow, and also to encourage them to work together with Uganda and with Tanzania. We want this African unity in football also, to, as I said earlier, to be at the heart of this unity of African nations and African economic development, and grow our economies and use the growth from our economies to support football and improve the living conditions of our people. Thank you so much. And you'll be guiding us for those questions, and we'll proceed from there.